Alright, how's it going everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more Undisputed. And I did say a while back I wanted to test out what's his face? Lomachenko's AI. I haven't actually fought against him yet. And at the same time, I haven't actually played as Jorge Linares. So in Twin Peaks fashion, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. See what he's like to go up against. I don't know if he's going to be one of those sort of aggressive AI types where they just sort of walk towards you and you can just pretty much just tee off on them and do whatever you want, or whether it's going to be the more sort of defensive style. So if you go against boxers like Ali, Sergio Martinez, and there's probably a bunch more, but they're the two that spring to mind when I've uploaded videos, and they take you to decisions because they block a lot of your shots and you really have to like sort of go at them and just start unloading on them basically, just to get them in a rock state. So curious to see what kind of AI Lomas is going to be going against him. I'll be honest as well, I'm starting to get a bit bored of this game now. Like, I think I've lasted longer than most for like content creators who are uploading this game. You know, Prioxis and Martial Mind, they kind of bailed on it a while ago, and they only just, well, Martial Mind in particular, just sort of uploads when there's an update, just to try and keep his toe in with the game. But I am starting to get bored of it now. There's not really much to do. I get it that it's in early access, but that doesn't stop me being able to be bored with just what's available to do in the game. There isn't really much. You know, there's only so many of these AI fights I can do. I don't play online, and even if I did, I'd just still get bored of it. You're going to get burnt out with anything if you just keep doing it. And I've tried to, like, play this game pretty sparingly. So I've tried to not, like, cane it. So, like, constantly put, like, hours and hours in without taking a break. Because that's just one quick way to get burnt out. I've tried to like take a few days in between playing matches and stuff, and it's just going to happen eventually.
A renowned 3-division champion of the world. Here is El Niño de Oro, Jorge Linares. Hiding out of the blue corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 2-division champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Yeah, so probably dial back on the Undisputed content, at least for the time being. Unless I just keep pumping out these videos just for monotonous sake. You know, people will watch them, I'll fucking put them out, but I'm not really enjoying it as I'm doing it. I'm just churning it out like factory, like a fucking machine, do you know what I mean? But obviously waiting for the career mode to drop, which could be ages away yet. There's no indication of when that's going to drop.
Good counter punching from both these fighters.
I just don't think it's a very good boxing game as well. If I'm oh man, I'm getting a lot of lag. Like, I just don't think it's a very good boxing game. Like, it just needs too much work at this state, you know, like I don't know, like I say, I always have to say this. I have to preface what I say all the time and say it's early access. Like, I shouldn't have to say that, you know what I mean? But as soon as you criticise it, it's like people are like, you fucking idiot, it's early access. Like, that's just an invalid comment now. It, like, just doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, I already know it's early access. I fucking paid for it while it's in early access, do you know what I mean? But it's just... There's a lot. It's not the kind of boxing game that I want. It's like if the punches are going to stay the way they are, you know, this is what the devs want the punches to look like. Weirdly enough, like, I mean, I don't know why you'd want some of these punches to look the way they do. Because the animations are terrible on a lot of them, and I don't give a fuck who animated them, whether it's Sonny Edwards, whether fucking Canelo fucking animated some punches, or whether the ghosted fucking Willie Pep came back from the grave and fucking animated some of these shots. Some of them look fucking terrible. Like, look at that uppercut. You tell him, I mean, I know I'm throwing it at range and it's sort of tracked to go to the head. That close in one is where it's supposed to be thrown, and that looks decent. But some of them, like that left uppercut looks terrible. Doesn't matter how fucking close you are, that doesn't look like a left uppercut. But they just look terrible, and I just don't think they've got any intention of like altering them. I think all the work on the animations has been done now, probably. And it's just not my kind of boxing game. It's not what I want the animations to look like, and I know everyone can't be pleased. You know, they can't please everyone with what every punch is going to look like, but it's not just what the punches look like. It's shit like this as well. You know, the weave, like this has not got the. It doesn't weave out of the way of anything. I mean, I know they put out a hotfix saying that you could do more movements against the ropes. I mean, it feels a little bit fucking written, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like. Fighters are made for one another. It doesn't feel like it works all that well to me. So like I'll stick around for the career mode and then see what it's like. And if it's one of them career modes where they're just going to constantly like add it as they go along, you know, like a fucking forever roadmap fucking career mode, it's like, oh, we'll add this part of the career mode in. Like, I want them to just release it and then it's all done. You know what I mean? I don't. If it's any kind of like bullshit roadmap career mode where they add things in along the way, then I'll just uninstall the game. You know, I'll just completely bail on it. But if it's like a full career mode that they're going to drop in like one big update, and that's the career mode, I understand they're probably going to have to make further updates along the way for like fixes and whatnot, and because there's bound to be fucking issues. But I'll be okay with it if they just release the whole mode in one big update, whenever that is. I'm not saying it has to be soon. I'll happily wait for it. You know what I mean? I'm not impatient like that. But if it's like an episodic career mode, which I fucking hope it's not, then I'll just fucking uninstall this shit. Like, I'll be done with it, I think. Just wait for a better offering to come along. There's plenty of other boxing games that are way better than this that you can already play right now. Any of the Fight Night games. You know, there's 5 of them to choose from. I'm still going through my Fight Night 2004 career, and I'm loving that game. Like, it's such a blast to be playing that game again. I have a lot of fun playing that, and I just don't really have fun playing this. Like, I don't enjoy it, you know what I mean? Like, there's a couple of matches where it's like, oh, that was but it quickly wears off, you know what I mean? Like, the novelty wears off. But yeah, I've been having a blast playing that Fight Night 2004. So I think Loma's AI is a little bit like Canelo's, or like it's not like the defensive AI. Like, I'm landing a lot of these shots here, aren't I? And it's definitely not like Martinez or Ali, where they just cover up quite a lot and.
Both want a highlight reel knockout.
I heard a lot of people complaining about the. Because sorry, I watched the most recent developer roundtable, and that's just a lot of like. It's just half an hour of them saying things, but not really saying anything. You know what I mean? Especially that baldy cunt, whatever his fucking name is. He's a corporate fucking prick, him. Like, you know, he says a lot of shit, but he says nothing at the same time. Oh, you know, we've listened to the community, and we're going to progress this, and we're going to, you know, things take a lot of work, and it's just, he's just filling time. He's just filling that. He's like a politician. He's like filling the half an hour slot that he's got to talk with just fucking dribble. You know, they went on to talk about this, like the back straight right, the back step right straight. Probably one of the only decent looking punches in the game, if you ask me. Like, how it looks in terms of animations, I actually don't mind how that looks. It comes out pretty quick. But, you know, they're saying that people are whinging because it's being spammed, so everyone's going to whinge. First of all, it was this. It was the uppercuts. Oh, people are spamming uppercuts. Like, so, you know, what you'd expect to do? Like, put a cooldown on how many shots, how many times you can do this. Like, spam is not like a. It's not a problem with the game. It's a problem with the person playing the game. Do you know what I mean? It's like a fucking gun. Like, a gun just sitting there on the table is not dangerous to anyone. It's not going to fucking shoot anyone. But the minute you fucking an idiot picks it up and just starts doing stupid shit with it, then it instantly becomes dangerous. You know, it depends who's controlling the game that dictates the spam. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you get a player who's like they don't have to understand boxing to play the game in a non-spammy way. You know, anyone could just pick this up and think, well, I'll try and throw punches like a boxer would. Like, I won't just throw 10 left hooks like this, because that's not what I see on the telly when I watch boxing, you know what I mean? So if you're throwing like realistic combinations, then it's not a spammy experience at all. So it's down to the player. But if you're the type of arsehole who thinks, oh, well, throwing 7 left hooks is really effective, I'll just do that, then obviously that's a shit experience for the other player, because they're just getting spammed with fucking 7 left hooks. Like, spam is it's down to the player. It's not down to like how the game works. So I don't know what the devs are going to do now to the back step right straight. They're probably going to, I don't know, reduce the speed of it. Maybe reduce how, I mean, people are saying it's a spammy punch. Like, maybe put a stamina debuff on it, so it's like, I mean, that should be with every punch really though, shouldn't it? So people are always going to whinge about something. There's spam in every game. Like, people talk about spam in UFC. Oh, UFC 4 is shit because of the spam. It's not because of the game. It's because of the people who are playing it. They don't know what combinations to throw, because they haven't got that, like, that. They're not that combat sports know-how. Like, believe it or not, there's people who play combat sports games, but they don't even watch combat sports, or they're not even interested in combat sports at all. They just like playing the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is that audience of people out there, and then obviously there's the audience who just like plays for fun and they don't give a shit about combat sports games. And then there's the audience that do love combat sports games. Combat sports in real life. They watch a lot of combat sports, and then they try and like emulate what they see in their favourite fighters, and just through watching matches, and they try and bring that into the game and like simulate style gameplay. You know what I mean? And like the latter group there tend not to do any spam, and they're like throwing proper combos, and they're setting counters up, and they're slipping out of the way, and they're rolling underneath shots and trying to make it look like it would be. So it's the noobs basically. You know what I'm saying? It's all the noobs, or people just don't have any interest or understanding of like real life combat sports, be it like boxing, MMA, or kickboxing or whatever. So it's the person who picks up the controller that dictates whether spam comes out or not. So it doesn't matter what game you're playing, whether it's UFC 4, fucking old K1 games from the fucking PS2, any of the Fight Night games, it's all down to the player when it comes to spam. So the devs should just fucking, I don't know how they're gonna, you know what I mean? Because like address like spam when it's just down to the player. I mean, maybe just put, like I say, a stamina penalty on certain punches so you just can't overdo it. But I don't know, people whinging to the it's like the ultimate cancel culture for like that's the gamer cancel culture, isn't it? Like whinging about fucking things that are air quotes OP and shit like that. That's like they stomp their feet. I want this cancelled, get it changed, and then the devs buckle under the pressure and end up fixing shit. I saw it all when I used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like, I used to play that a lot, and I felt like after every update there was little whining cunts on the fucking going to the devs on Twitter and shit like that. And I don't even use Twitter. I'd hear this like secondhand through like Star Wars YouTube channels that focused on the updates, and people saying, oh, this gun needs nerfing, nerf this gun, and then it'd get nerfed, and then people would find a new gun to sort of exploit and find out what was fucking bullshit about it, and then in the next update people will be like, oh, well, this gun needs nerfing now, or this grenade needs nerfing. It's just spammy people, you know what I mean? People who are shit at games, and they find any sort of exploit within the game, and when they find one, they just run with it, and they run with it until it gets nerfed, and then they move on to another one. So after the back step right straight's been nerfed, there'll be another punch. I guarantee it. After that back step right straight, someone will find another punch that is like quite throwable in volume, or it's damaging, or it always lands, or whatever, or it gets around the block. Like, they'll find it, I'm telling you. And then in the next update, people will be whinging again, saying, oh, you need to nerf this punch now, or back step uppercuts, like Fight Night, that was another one. The back step uppercut or the side step uppercut. People crying over that. You know, it's not the mechanic itself, it's people that just use it and take the piss with it all the time because they know, oh, well, it lands quite a lot, I'll just use it. It's just some people just ruin it. I mean, look at the cheaters in this game. I was just about to say, there's just always a group of people out there who just like to ruin things for everyone else. And like I've just said then, look at the cheaters. All the devs now are having to do assign all kinds of manpower to fixing, or you'll never fix it, but mitigating the cheating in this game. Because there's just a certain group of people out there who are just shite at games, and they feel, well, I need to make a program. I'm some nerd fucking coder, so I need to quickly make a program that gives me like unlimited fucking health and one-punch knockout power, so I can sit at the top of a leaderboard and flex to literally no one. You know what I mean? Flex to me anime waifu girl pillow that I bought off Amazon that I fucking hump every night, and it's fucking covered in stains and shit. And you know that they've got shit like that. Fucking anime waifu pillows and fucking jerking off to fucking hentai like fucking Israel Adesanya. Fucking weirdos. Fucking should be on fucking FBI watch list, people like that.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Where am I going with all this fucking ranting about spam, and then I went on to fucking ranting about fucking anime. But yeah, people like say making cheats up and cheat programs for the game, just ruining it for everyone else. There's a YouTuber, I can't remember what his name is, and he's stupid enough. I think he actually made one of the cheat programs. He was stupid enough to put like he was basically advertising his software. Oh, what's his fucking name now? I can't remember. You've probably already seen it if you're aware of the cheating community. But he'd upload videos saying shit like showcasing his bullshit mod, saying, oh look, if you turn this feature on, you knock him out with one punch, or if you turn this feature on, the opponent can do no damage to you, pretty much invincible. And people are in the comments going, I need this, how do I get it? And he's like, oh, follow the link in the description. I think you'd have to pay him like $80. He was charging fucking $80 for a fucking cheat program. And I thought, and the sad thing is, people would have gave him $80. You know, he actually made money off that shit. Like, what the fucking hell's wrong with the world? When you'd have to cheat on a fucking boxing game. You know what I mean? That you can tell that for that lad's getting, or he's had zero pussy in his entire life. Like, zero pussy. Apart from the anime pillow, which doesn't really count. But that doesn't, well, in his mind, it probably fucking counts, but...
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Yeah, he was making $80 a pop off some bullshit cheat program. And now the Undisputed dev team has got to, like, direct manpower and resources to fixing certain areas of the game. And they're taking it away from fixing other areas now, you know what I mean? So, there's always that small minority group of people that just ruin things for everyone else, isn't there? And unfortunately, we have to fucking, the rest of us have to breathe the fucking same air as them. We have to share this planet with cunts like that.
Trying to answer back.
What round are we in here? I've lost track of what round we're on. 7. I haven't even heard him yet.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Shut up, Todd Grisham.
There's the bell for round 8.
Fucking haven't mouthed off at Todd yet all video. We're 8 rounds in. I haven't said anything negative about Todd. Shut the fuck up, Todd Grisham. I've got nothing on him against him in real life. It's just in this game. I can't stand him. Just an irritating fucking prick.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Oh, nice counter right uppercut there as Loma went for the body.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant
He slipped out of the way of that one.
How would you handle that?
He's been pretty defensive, actually. Like, as the fight's gone on, I feel like he's gotten more defensive.
These punches coming from every angle.
Oh, didn't defend that counter uppercut though. Trying to get Get some block counter uppercuts. There's another one.
How much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They relax, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
With a nice counter uppercut there.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Try and turn it up in the last couple of rounds. At least try and rock him at least fucking once. Look at his health. He's barely got any.
And we enter the night. He blocks the uppercut. Fantastic punch. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Oh, nice combination there. Uppercut. Sorry, jab. Right uppercut on the left up. Followed it.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Probably not going to be getting a knockdown here. It's just going to go to a decision. I feel like he has got that defensive AI, actually. Like I say, I was landing on him a lot earlier on, but I feel like the AI is adjusted and the scorecards are looking exactly the same as when I fought like fighters like Ali and who have that defensive style.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is.
Even though like Ali's like a, I think he's,
how would you handle that?
It's like his style in this game is like boxer puncher or something like that, or it might have changed, I don't know, but I don't feel like he should be like super defensive like that. He should have a little bit of aggression in him.
And he fails to score with that left hook. Do you believe what we're seeing? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Both men step back for just a moment. Good right hand. Oh, what a punch!
Oh, what a punch. Fucking hate it when he says that. Todd. Johnny Nelson's quiet. What's up, Johnny? You fucking not said barely anything.
That was almost a 10-8 round.
I don't know, I've got like 100% health. Like, I've been hit with punches, like, but I'm still sitting at 100, unless I'm just fucking recovering, but... Again, that was the same thing in the fight with Ali when I was playing as Floyd Patterson. The same thing happened there. Ali was so inactive. He fucking didn't even put much damage in on me. AI still needs a lot of work, I feel. Like, I feel like it's way too easy now as well. Like, this is on the hardest setting. And I'm schooling him fucking every round. It's just the only reason I'm not getting knockdowns is he's being so defensive. But I feel like it's way too easy. Like, if this was against, like, the AI who just comes at you, I mean, you can have him knocked down in the first round, just unloading on him with combos. But it's way too easy. Even on the hardest setting, this is too easy now. I sort of miss... I'm sort of missing how it was prior to the update. I mean, the only thing I like about this is actually... Like the AI update as of late, you can actually land combinations. Like, you're not getting counted on like the second or third punch like every time. You can actually get your combos off in this update, but it's just a little bit too easy. Like, even on the hardest setting, like if this was UFC 4 and I'm playing on Legendary, like I can land me combos, but I have to time them. Do you know what I mean? And I have to make sure I get that counter in and then back away. Can't just stay there in the pocket or the AI will just fucking sleep you. But with this game, they've gone the other way, and they've gone from making it a little bit too difficult. It wasn't difficult; it was doable. Like, but you have to really be careful going against the AI on Undisputed prior to the update. But now, like I said, it's just I feel like I'm playing this on easy. Like if this was a career mode, I'd just be breezing through every fight with no like. There's no challenge or concern that I'm gonna get beat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna get beat at all. The only way I could possibly lose here is if you just get the dice roll flash knockout. If the AI hits me with the flash knockout and then I don't even get a chance to get up, it just waves the fight off. And I mean, after dominating for 12 rounds and then that happens, like, I mean, I know that's a realistic outcome that can happen in real boxing. Someone could be dominating and then they just get cracked with a punch. It doesn't happen all that often, let's face it, but it can happen. You know, there is that punch that can land that can just sleep anyone. Well, you know, whether the person who was winning likes it or not, like, the fight's over at that point. But that's the only way I feel like I could lose at this stage of the game against this AI, is by getting flash KO'd. And it is like a dice roll knockout as well. There is nothing that determines, you know, like any setups or anything like that. That'll determine whether you get it. It's just pure luck of the dice roll. I'm sure that's some kind of RNG mechanic that they've got coded into the game. Because I've had plenty of knockdown. I've scored plenty of flash knockdowns that just came out of nowhere with no setup or anything. It's just like a step in right straight to the body. And I've been knocked out with them as well. And every time it's just kind of like, well, I didn't like slip out the way and then blast with a left hook, and then the AI's gone out cold, and I've not thought, oh, okay, do you know what? I could see how I'd set that up. I slipped his right straight and countered him with a left hook. So I could see why that caused a flash KO. Like, none of that has ever happened. I've never like pull countered anyone and blasted them with a power straight and knocked them out. It's always just been like a weird, like, spur of the moment punch. Like one of them, like a stepping right uppercut to the body, or you can't knock anyone out with a jab, I know that, but like, you know, just a punch that you just never thought that had knocked someone out, and it just did. Well, yeah, the AI's, it's too easy now. Even on the hardest setting, it's way too easy.
Another unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad.
So there's Loma's AI. I mean, I think for me, I think I conclude that he's got that more of a defensive AI, and I know he's known for his defensive capabilities in real life, but It just feels like all the other defensive AI is what I'm getting at. It doesn't feel like a unique defensive style. Like, oh, that's Loma's defense. Just feels like the AI just blocks your punches when it wants to block them. See that? And it's always around, like, with the volume that I throw. I've just thrown over 1,200 punches. Look at that. Over 1,200 punches, didn't get one rock, and he's blocked at least just shy of 360 of them. So that's definitely that defensive AI style that I just went up against there. That health bug is still in effect there. I can see Loma's health not going down. The dev said that they'd addressed that and fixed it. Clearly they've not, because as you can see, Loma's health isn't going down at all as I'm flicking through the rounds. Still a lot of work to go with this game. It's a fucking shitboxing game. Let's just say it. Let's call it how it is. Alright, I'm going to leave it there anyway. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.